JBN, we keep you informed. Coming up in the news today, retired district constable fatally shot. Woman injured in Falmouth robbery. 3 Jamaicans charged with importing marijuana into Cayman Islands identified. American woman dies in Spanish Town crash. Man wanted for murder shot dead by police in St. James. And Calabar truck stars under fire over allegedly beating teacher. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. Retired district constable fatally shot. Woman injured in Falmouth robbery. A retired district constable, 76-year-old Albert Mott, otherwise called Shuey, of a Rock district in Trelawney, was shot and killed and a woman shot and injured during an armed robbery at a cashpot outlet along Market Street in Falmouth, Trelawney on Wednesday night. The Falmouth police are reporting that about 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday, Mott was on duty when 2 gunmen entered the establishment. He was pounced upon and gunned down by armed assailants who entered the gaming facility. The gunmen then robbed the establishment of an undetermined sum of money and Mott's licensed firearm. The police were summoned to the scene, and upon their arrival, the injured persons were rushed to hospital, where Mott was pronounced dead and the woman admitted in serious but stable condition. 4 persons have been murdered in Trelawney since the start of the year. Now guys, remember, Trelawney is considered one of the more quieter parishes, and they have killed 4 persons since the year has started. 3 Jamaicans charged with importing marijuana into the Cayman Islands identified. 3 Jamaican men were remanded when they appeared in court on Wednesday on allegations of importing approximately 900 pounds of marijuana into the island. 900 pounds of marijuana these men wanted to take into the Cayman Islands. Dalton Alfonso Wright, 44, Xavier Shane Watson, 43, and Malson Campbell, 66, were held by the police on Monday. The court was told that Wright is also charged with possession of an imitation firearm with intent to commit an offense. He is further charged with committing a reckless and negligent act, navigating a vessel in a manner so rash as to endanger human life or safety. Watson is also charged with making a threat to kill an officer. The police report that the incident took place on Monday as members of the Joint Marine Unit were on patrol when they spotted a suspicious vessel early that morning. The vessel refused to stop when challenged, and there was an extended pursuit in open waters. The suspects were allegedly seen throwing packages overboard, and one of them was said to have threatened an officer with a firearm. Officers discharged a service weapon in response, and the vessel was disabled and detained, and a large number of packages that had been thrown overboard were recovered. The police also had observed other firearms on board, including some that were thrown overboard in the pursuit, but this was not referred to in court. The men have been remanded until March 29. I don't know what these 3 men were thinking. If we get arrested at Jamaica for weed, why you think so no can go in a people in the country? 900 pounds of weed. Yes, you see, I nice. But prison are nice of no. American woman dies in Spanish Town crash. The police are reporting that 57-year-old Paulette Baptiste Diallo of Legion Street, Brooklyn in the United States of America died of injuries she received in a motor vehicle crash along the Old Arbor Road, St. Catherine on Tuesday. Baptiste Diallo worked as a transportation security officer while in the United States. Reports from the Spanish Town police are that Baptiste Diallo was a passenger in a Toyota Yaris motor car about 3 p.m. Traveling from Spanish Town, the vehicle collided in the rear of a parked truck. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Investigations into the crash continue, the police said. Slow down. Statistics presently are saying that 1 person is dying per day in motor vehicle accidents. Slow down. The life that you save may be yours. Man wanted for murder shot dead by police in St. James. The Independent Commission of Investigation, INDICOM, has commenced a probe into Thursday morning's fatal police shooting of a man who was reportedly wanted for murder in St. James. The police in the parish identified the deceased as Amoy Young, also called Pinky, of Granville, St. James. The police reported that they went to Young's home to execute a warrant, but in response he ran and fired at them. The police said they returned the fire, and after the shooting died down, Young was found suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police said they recovered a Browning 9mm pistol with serial number erased, which was loaded with 2 live rounds of ammunition from Young's body. Last Saturday, 22-year-old Tony Barrett was shot and killed in his Catherine Hall St. James community during a reported confrontation with the police, during which an illegal firearm was reportedly seized. That shooting sparked a fiery public protest in the Montego Bay community, during which persons claimed that Barrett had been shot in cold blood. Indicom is also investigating that police shooting. Calabar track stars on the fire over allegedly beating teacher. A teacher who is alleging that he was assaulted by members of the Calabar High School track and field team, including two prominent athletes, Christopher Taylor and DeJoe Russell, is planning to go public at a press conference today at the Fitzhenley Conference Center at 3:30 p.m. The teacher claims that the school has failed to act since the December 15, 2018 incident. He claims that in addition to the assault, which required medical attention, the students also damaged personal and school property. He says his decision to go public has come about because of the school's elevation of athletic glory over academic excellence. Taylor and Russell has denied any wrongdoings. At this press conference, the assaulted teacher will be calling on the Calabar administration and ISA to suspend Calabar track team captain Christopher Taylor from participating in Champs 2019. Boys and girls Champs will run from March 26 to 30 at the National Stadium. He'll be talking about the incident that he said occurred on the night of December 15, 2018, where he was assaulted by at least 60 athletes at Calabar, which included Calabar hurdler DeJoe Russell and Calabar sprint team captain Christopher Taylor. He said on the night they were banging on doors in the presence of parents and students. They damaged school property. The teacher was injured where his blood was spilled. He required medical attention. They stomped on his cell phone. The police were called, and evidence of assault has been recorded on video, which he wants to be played at the press conference. The assaulted teacher is saying that it has been 96 days since the incident and he has received no appropriate responses from school administrators. Again, this press conference will be held today, March 22nd, 2019, between 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Fitzhenley Conference Center. We will keep you up to date as we gather more information on this news item. $2 billion to renovate 100 police stations. 100 police stations are to be renovated at a cost of $2 billion under a 2-year rehabilitation project being funded by the National Housing Trust. This was disclosed by Prime Minister Andrew Holness during his contribution to the 2019-2020 budget debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. He pointed out that the NHT, for which he has portfolio responsibility, will partner with the Ministry of National Security and Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, in executing the engagement. Holness said work on the first 11 stations is slated to commence in the 2019-2020 fiscal year and will cost approximately $1.2 billion. Among the stations are Port Antonio and Buff Bay in Portland and the Mobile Reserve Barracks in St. Andrew, where work is already in progress. The sums earmarked to continue work at these facilities in the upcoming year are Port Antonio, $125 million, Buff Bay, $95 million, and Mobile Reserve, $89 million. The other shortlisted stations are Port Maria St. Mary, $250 million, Savlamar, $165 million, Little London and Frome, $60 million each. Anchovy St. James and Locovia St. Elizabeth, $60 million each. Olympic Gardens, $114 million, and Spanish Town St. Catherine, $120 million. He pointed out that based on discussions with the ministry, it was decided that the earmarked funds could be more effectively utilized to rectify deficiencies identified at the stations. The Prime Minister said it was also determined that the undertaking would have a greater impact on communities with a higher concentration of NHT contributors with a focus on the larger police stations. We need to demonstrate the value we place on the service given by our security forces and also the security of our people. One way of doing so is to improve the conditions under which they work, Holness said. Now, Mr. Holness, I love this idea that you are upgrading the stations, but something needs to be done about the attitude of some of our police officers for us to start trusting them and being able to pass on information to them to help them fight this crime monster. Man charged for massive gun and ammo seizure at Kingston Wharves remanded. Giovanni McKay, the man charged in connection with last month's seizure of 20 guns and almost 800 rounds of ammunition at Kingston Wharves, was remanded on Thursday when he appeared before the gun court in Kingston. He will remain behind bars until his case is again mentioned on November 18. McKay, who is from Brittany, Port Morris and Catherine, was charged last week. On February 26, security personnel were examining a container at the terminal when they found a cache of weapons comprising 4 high-powered rifles, a submachine gun, 9 pistols, 6 revolvers, and 791 assorted rounds of ammunition. They were found in goods shipped from the United States. Investigators theorized that the guns and ammunition were destined for a criminal network involved in the sale of weapons to criminals. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.